Yo, what's up? This is Taylor Jones, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, TC Jones Edits. And for those that's wondering, what's up with Cold Man's Winter? You gonna do episode 3? I will, but for right now, you're just gonna have to stay tuned. But speaking of which, the link to the episode 2 of Cold Man's Winter will be in the description bar down below. So, what am I doing today? Well, for starters, I'm gonna have to do like a little review of 2023, but instead instead of calling it looking back like reflections, because I'm gonna say that for Cold Man's Winter and in a couple days, I'm gonna do something else. Because think about it. When you're looking back on the things that's been going on this year, including your sins, your strengths, your tribulations, your successes. Have you asked yourself the real question, what have I been doing all year? Well, for starters, a lot of folks, they start to lose touch. I lost my touch too many times. I just don't know the true meaning of accepting tough love. I don't know the true meaning of relying on friends, especially when it's your parents, it's your siblings. I lost a couple friends throughout my lifetime because of downfalls and being betrayed and my own faults, like not giving them some time, some quality time, some space, some peace. And it's like a couple Christmases have been ruined, a couple lies have been told. I regret on a lot of things, from family members to friends to co-workers, because I don't know when to take a hint. It's like a lot of folks don't know the true meaning of leaving folks alone, letting them be. And like a lot of folks that get their feelings hurt for sending out Christmas cards, and they probably have like this old Ebenezer Scrooge type vibe. Well, they try to keep it in the holiday spirit, but people looked upon you like an Ebenezer Scrooge, like you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Get it together. Man, life ain't easy when you're 29. But as the Spanish would say, life ain't so easy when you're a ghetto child. I tell you, life ain't so easy when you're a ghetto child. And you always have to sing the blues. You argue with yourself, like try to prep yourself, like, dude, you done made a big mistake. You gonna have to stop this. But nobody understands what you're up against except for you. You are your own enemy. You are your own listener. And sometimes you too can be your own problem. And I just hate the fact that I keep thinking about me being the lonely one, the idiot, the fool, the betrayer, the one that disrespects others. Never thought easily. I offended some folks, but I guess sometimes the word sorry it ain't good enough. But I'm not the only one. I just thought that it was a perfect time to let you know that we're about to set sail, like get on board, all aboard on the 2024 train. All aboard. We taking off on a jet. Or worse. It could be a whole lot worse. Because some of the folks, they're like haters. The haters, they don't want to see you make it in the new year. But as I look back, This whole year was a flop. This whole year was a couple of marbles on the ground, causing everyone to get hurt, to slip. We lost a lot of folks. We lost potential because of weather conditionings. And for a while, I've been putting out, like, I created a parental advisory logo. Ever since the Straight Outta Compton movie, they had a logo that is a parental advisory logo with the movie title, an NWA biopic, by the way. But I did it for Clarksville, Tennessee. When I think of Clarksville, Tennessee, I think about my brother Grayson and Austin P. I think about Olympia Pringle, Willie Pringle. I think about Olivia White. I think about all the individuals who lost everything during those tornadoes. But the others who survived from the other side of Clarksville, all I could do is just think about you. Family always matters. But sometimes the word family can be misled. Sometimes you don't feel like a family member because you've done something that's so greedy. And that's exactly what's wrong with the society today. When you look back at 2023, do you think about how much the parents are trying their very best to put their foot down to their children? For a while, it's like it ain't working. We don't think much about parenting anymore. Everybody wants to be a friend. But there's some families everywhere that still down with the Bible. Thou shalt cast a rod and spoil a child. Whooping laws. We don't hear much about whoopings anymore. At some point, we got to stop this so-called abuse stuff. It hurts us more than it hurts me. Who would have thought that I'd bring up the whoopings? I was 17 when I had my last licks. 5 licks, but I didn't cry. I never shed tears for 5 years, and it's going to be 6. But due to the shenanigans I put myself through to feel like I'm no longer needed, I disrespected. Of course, since we're near the end of the year, we have to say our final apologies. Some people will not accept it. Some people still want to tell others on you, snitch on you. And maybe it's because we're not acting our age. I never acted like a 29-year-old, but it's not just me. I never thought that we see the day when hip hop turns to Big 5-0. Now we're talking about the positives of 2023. I never thought I'd see the day that I become an uncle. I thought if it wasn't for me sending my sister Amanda, home from Jackson to Milan, Tennessee, to holding my nephew Bilal Ananda Chigano for the first time. What a difference a year made. But this was back in January. My nephew will be 1 year in January. The beginning of the year. 12 months on planet Earth. 1 whole year. But there's still a lot of pain to deal with. When you think of making changes, you gotta have to stick to the real nitty gritty. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that I would have a nephew who's already ready to start walking. It takes time. He got teeth growing already. Who would have thought that I would do what I do best and get back on the real nitty gritty? Who would have thought that I put all my potential through good and bad times to work to work in a job. 7 years on a job, but still I could do better. And do all the hardships and the stupidity, the bad decisions I've caused to others as well as my own family. I've been thinking about a lot of songs. A lot of songs that comes to mind. From If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Wanna Be Right. Whether sung by Luther Ingram, the OG, David Ruffin from The Temptations. Who would have thought he would cover it? But in the beginning, he was like, I'm a man of desperation. Can you help me in this situation? And who would have thought Percy Sledge, the man that brought you When a Man Loves a Woman? Forgive me for sounding like nasally. I'm in the inside voice. And Sir Rod Stewart. Man. To sing If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. That's like one of the songs based on your faults that you've made. I mean, songs have meaning. And recently I just started listening to Lyfe Jennings back when he brought you Must Be Nice. A song about Made Up My Mind. And if I had to sing that song, I'd probably do it for another YouTube video. But for real, when you look back in 2023, you always think that you will have a percentage. Like 50-50. You had a 50% chance of the year going good, like first half or the second half, or opposite, as in bad. Others, ugh, others would be like 5/6 of the year is bad, and 1/6 of the year was good. Can't we all just fix that right away? What do we have to do? Like, for starters, for those that's planning to do Christmas things, if I were you, I would I would proofread every last word from the first to last word of what you wrote down before you send it to somebody or personally deliver it. And if people want to be disappointed in you because some think that you're doing this in a, like, you're invading their privacy, and you're saying it like you're offending them, you got to be careful. So you got to proofread every last word you wrote, because if it's not positive, then what are you saying? Think. When will we ever stop and think before we do something? That's what we haven't done throughout this year 2023 for some folks. But we got to improve. So we only got a couple more days of this year to improve. But then 2024 hits You're going to have to step your game up a whole nother level. Even if it means to leave some folks alone. You felt like you hurt them, that's on you. Even in holidays. You feel like you have never improved yourself. Like I got pockets full of rabbit ears. So much pain, so many tears, so many years. My pockets had rabbit ears. That's on you. And I'm quoting Nine because Four Chicken Wings and Rice was a good song. And it was a good song for him to put out and to end his second album, Cloud Nine, 1996 Profile. I know that song by heart, as well as his iconic What You Want Nine, Fat Beats for My Rhymes. What You Want Nine, Mad Cream all the time. What You Want Nine, and Il Posse, and My Name Up in Lights, Nine. But it takes hard work. So what more can you say? But do it. Just do it. It's going to take more than Shia LaBeouf. It's going to take more than Nike to say, just do it. God wants you to do it. I mean, there's another thing that got my attention about this year. It's like this. You started this mess, you're going to have to finish it. You started poorly, you're going to have to improve. You started well, keep it there. If you started to like grade this year like school, if you grade yourself to an F, that means you got a whole lot to learn. And as my mama would say, you have got to work on getting in the gray area. And I ain't talking about 50 Shades of Gray. I'm talking about just the regular, ordinary gray area, as in white plus black. I'm still in my black and white spots. But dang it, this is my fault. I got to do better. What about you? It's going to take more than Ab-Soul from TDE. Ab-Soul that used to rap with Kendrick Lamar. You know, I got to do better. I got to do better. I got to do better. I got to do better today. Got to do better before it's too late. Listen to that song, whether clean or dirty, but mostly listen to that song because that ought to be like the theme song to welcome yourself, prepare yourself, prep up like you're about to play your first basketball game. First time in the NBA jersey, you got to do better. Especially to your friends, your family, your co-workers. I got to do the same thing for my family, the people I done fell off with, as well as my co-workers. This is my life. This is my moment, and this is my time to end this year on a high note. And you gotta have to do the same. So until then, what do you think about 2023? What would you rate it? How would you end it? Would you end it all ashamed, or will you end it with God? Or will you end it positively? Even if you have to travel all the way to New York to Times Square, see the ball drop, sing Auld Lang Syne while the confetti is flying, while you're trying to stay warm, staying alive, ha 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 ha. But where I'm from, we don't do that. In my church, we actually come together, celebrate the old year out, new year in with the Lord. And that's why I got to do better. Better with God. We Christians got to do better. So, with all that being said, this is like my little heads up about the year 2023 because it's coming to an end. Because when 2024 arrives, you're going to have to fix some things. Like, let the past die down. Let your attitude, your negative mood swings, and the people you peed off or hurt from the first day to the Christmas to New Year's Eve, you're going to have to work on getting on the right path. You're going to have to work on coming together. Even if it means to, like, you got to punish yourself. Like, let some people celebrate Christmas next year on their own. But if you're thinking about doing an honest Christmas, and no, it has nothing to do with the Jimmy Kimmel Live thing. Remember Seal's Honest Christmas? No one likes your ugly sweater party. No one likes your ugly sweater smile. No, not like that. I mean, some of y'all probably thinking that because of what you did this Christmas, you probably would have to take five, like get out the holiday season for 1 year, and even like as an honest Christmas, you probably buy some coal, like come on, like charcoal for a lump of coal, like come on now. You can do better, but you gotta focus on you. Like give yourself a gift. You hurt somebody, you let them celebrate Christmas on their own. That's how I see it. And I have to accept it. What about you? Because this year, some of us, we still don't know when to grow up. It's hard. And for me, I'm insecure like Issa Rae because the show Insecure is about a black woman who's about to head to the Club 30, the Dirty 30. I got friends already in the Dirty 30s, but I gotta act my age. It's a whole world we living in, but it's a fight. I'd rather fight for my life, fight for my right to party, like the Beastie Boys, God rest MCA's soul. But this is different. This is it. So get ready for 2024 and put the 2023 sins to rest. Learn how to get along with folks and even accept the tough love from parents, friends, and everybody that you deal with. Church members, all that. Because there's some things about you that you really got to work on. And with all that being said, keep that in mind as days go by, because time in 2023 is coming to an end. And this is it. What you gonna do when 2024 comes for you? With all that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe. And like I said, the link to Cold Man's Winter Season 5, Episode 2 will be in the description bar down below. So check it out for yourself. This is yours truly, Taylor Jones, signing out.